like, and I'm gonna talk about mine.
Oh,
Turn it off. The heater. Turn it off.
I I am the most outgoing introvert ever. And how I look at stuff, like I just look at it, think about it, analyze it.
So would you say you're objective or subjective?
Either or, it wouldn't even matter. Either or.
Because I know you say you bias a lot, so that's why I asked you that.
Only when it comes to like sports teams or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to sports teams or something like that, like,
Hmm.
but in all honesty, I'm still gonna be truthful about it.
Right.
So I'm gonna look at things a little bit different. So
What
what
else?
about you, bro? What?
Oh, I see. Okay. First, my brain is broke on outside the box thinking.
Mhm.
Very human. My humor may be too deep because I can joke about stuff that most people probably don't want to joke about. I can make something funny out of it. Um, Even though I don't believe in it hard, but it is something to it. But the Gemini thing, it's like you could be an introvert and extrovert at the same time. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Mm.
um, Pretty laid back, almost to a fault. Laid back. Um, Reason why I'm laid back is because growing up, seeing aggression, I never really saw aggression used in a healthy way.
Mm.
So it kind of probably made me stay away from it because, like I said, I never want to get caught in the legal system. And I never been in a situation where I feel like I had to use that. I mean, um, I'm not. People may say they think I sound like I'm judging, but I really don't. I'm a very objective person. I actually can sit back and learn from somebody and really not care about who they are. It's just because, in order to learn from somebody, you have to be objective. Or if they see that you subjective, they'll cut off what they're doing and they won't show you their behavior. So I'm a very observant person, but from an objective standpoint, in order to come on here and talk about things from a general perspective.
Mhm.
That's something I think maybe that's a gift. I could talk about real situations, but from a general perspective that people deal with. And I think sometimes some of the stuff we talk about, a lot of people don't like talking about out loud, but I like talking about this stuff out loud to bring the challenge to people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes people don't like to hear that. They want to hear all the good stuff. They don't want to hear the challenging stuff. Like most people don't like to be challenged. So,
Yeah.
and
And
if you think I do that, think about how hard I am on myself to do better. Because I'm very hard, like very accountable to myself, even with my flaws and all. We're gonna talk about all of that though.
yeah. And one thing I have to say,
What's that?
and people have to excuse it, like not excuse it like it's just disrespectful. Because sometimes when I say things, it's gonna seem like I'm fussing or whoop the woo, but I'm just really just showing you.
And that's why I said this kind three different men, three different perspectives. He's a very passionate guy. He's no mean. He's not trying to harm. If we think we fussing at each other, we really not. This is how we talk to each other. Just
For
imagine how
real.
it is off camera. You know what I'm saying? But he's not. It's not malicious. It's not. Trying to harm. We just talking to each other about things, and some things we may disagree on. Some things, we just challenge each other on. That's just how men do. Steel sharpens steel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Iron sharpens iron. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna ask Jay about his personality when he come in, but definitely laid back. I was arrogant in my 20s. God taught me how to be humble in my 30s and 40s. So now I got the balance of being arrogant and humble. Um, I used to didn't like education, but I figured out that I reached the ceiling real fast and I'm already tall. So now
So he
at
had throw
40,
it
I'm
tall.
continuing my education. Huh?
So he had throw it tall.
Yeah. And a husband, What husband, father, two kids, all that good stuff. Shout out to my wife Ashley, love you. And learning how to be a provider, a better provider day by day. We're gonna talk about that too. When you're a provider, it's a different mindset when you're young, single, then you go into being a provider. The whole, in my opinion anyway, the whole mindset change. But some
Mm-hmm.
people maybe not. But to me, it do. It's a difference. You know,
And
some people go ahead.
just piggyback off what you said, I'm the same, and we in the same boat. You know,
Yeah.
husband, provider, uh,
Mm-hmm.
father, two kids. You know, boy and a
Mm-hmm.
girl. You
Yep.
know, older
Yep.
girl, younger son. You know,
Yeah.
but yeah, hopefully y'all really listen to it because you're gonna think about this stuff.
Them young bulls.
Mm.
Listen to what we saying. You got any questions you want to hear us talk about? Hit us up in the comments. Any topics you want to hear us talk about, men talk about, hit us up in the comments. More than welcome to answer any questions. We're starting to get a little more people to come in on YouTube. We are growing organically.
Hmm.
My perspective, I'm not buying bots. I'm not buying fake followers. It don't even make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? But I know people are doing it because I'm a tech guy. I know how this stuff works, but it's not my cup of tea. But we're growing organically. We're close to 300 on YouTube. And I think when I look, there's like 90% of people that watch it that are not subscribed. If we can just get 60% to
Hmm.
subscribe, help us grow so we can reinvest back into the content,
Man,
that would be great.
what y'all doing? What are y'all doing?
Unless y'all want us to come trick or treat,
Yeah.
come trick or treat, get you to subscribe. But yeah, guys, we finna get right into this thing, but we want to get you to understand. We're talking about the men today, like the accountability of men. What's some of the stuff that men should be accountable for that we try to skate it, we try to dance around it. Men try to dance it, try to dance around it. And we finna get into it, man. Anything you want to say before we get into the topic, bro?
Oh man, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Perfectly
Okay,
honest.
let's do it. Oh yeah, before we get into it, right? I think this is I have to do with the slide, right?
Hmm.
Does a man's experience shape his personality?
Oh yeah, off top. It it ain't just got to be your full experience, but it can be somebody else's.
It, how so, how does somebody else experience before we get into ours? How does somebody else experience shape your personality?
Um,
Like watching it
not
from a
just
third person, kind of like.
not just shape your personality, but it makes you think. Like say for instance, like growing up in a certain area,
Mm-hmm.
I had close relationships with people that was under the influence.
Mm,
And they tell you like, "Hey, young blood, don't do this, don't do that,"
right.
or end up like me. So it shaped you, it
Yeah.
molds you,
But see, some people though, it shape you and mold you not to do it, and some people
it draws to me.
it draw them to it. Yeah, and that's you got it's all I think it's like maybe it's a will thing. So,
Hmm.
what was Peele experience like growing up? Some of the stuff that shaped your personality, and I'm gonna talk about mine.
Um,
The thing that people don't know, people may not know.
like I said, man, growing up, you be around it. Uh, people made bad decisions.
Mm.
They think it'll never happen to me because
Mm-hmm.
I'm strong like that. And
Boy,
then you find out like, damn, they've been smoking dope for damn near 20 years.
smoking dope for 20 years.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's only a few people that can do it, but some people are good at hiding smoking dope, and then some
Yeah.
people that can't hide. They're like, yeah, he's smoking dope, and it's like, dang, you smoked dope for how long? I didn't know you
And
smoked.
never knew, never knew. Like,
But there are some things that they did so you just weren't paying attention, you know what I'm saying? They always ducking off, you know what I'm saying? They always somewhere they ain't got no business doing. What you doing over
mhm.
there? You know
But
what I'm
I stress that
saying?
all the time. Like I
Yeah,
learned some of my biggest lessons, and I gained so much knowledge from people that was on drugs.
right.
Like I learned stuff from other people that was doing right
I
in
mean, it's
life.
many phases of life that you some kids learn depending on where you at, and then some phases of life depending you might not even get to it yet until you get old enough, you know what I'm saying? And when you live in the inner city, you learn about drugs,
Hmm.
you learn about because you live in the projects, you see men interact with women differently, all kind of different ways. It's not just one way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all kind of phases, like say drugs. You got peer pressure. You see that in a different level.
Yeah.
Um, you know what I'm saying? Even say you see dope dealers, you see them making money. You see more because everybody else going to work. You know what I'm saying? And you at home, you seeing the dope deal. He pull up in the gold dating. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Learn about that face too. You
Like,
know what I'm saying?
dang, boy, we over
A
here
lot of things.
struggling.
Yeah,
We over here struggling, then you
yeah,
know, especially with treating women a certain type of way. Like
yeah.
it's certain stuff that a kid wasn't supposed to see.
Right. 100%.
But and then it be your friends that they having to go through it,
Yeah,
you know, because
yeah.
they'll tell you what's going on, but you're like, damn, we really can't say nothing.
Yeah, you really can't. I mean, you know what it is, but you get a certain age, like, man, my homeboy mom on dope, you already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? It sucks too, but you
Man,
already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Or his dad on dope, you already know what it is. You're like, man,
and I seen like I stayed in projects and I stayed in just regular hood type stuff.
hmm
But thinking back, I was like, damn, I was probably like 4 or 5 years old. And I don't even know if I want to say their name,
nah, no saying in there.
but I watched their mama get abused. You know what I'm saying? By they. I don't even
Think,
know if it was. I think it was a stepdad.
I think a lot of people see that in the hood though,
Uh, Like,
and
and then
they don't say nothing.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it now I think about it, it wasn't even their dad. It was their stepdad.
hmm
Man, he put her head through the front glass of the apartments.
Man, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
we just seeing it as kids. Like I
yeah,
never want to treat nobody like that.
yeah.
Never.
And the thing is, man, like when I see that, I always think about how do a dude get to that point? You just don't wake
Hmm.
up and be like that.
You're
That's
right,
you
right.
know what I'm saying. And I when I think about that, because like I said, my dad, I dealt with that with my own father, so I definitely get what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, most people that I've seen over my life, I'm not saying all of them, but a high percentage of them,
Hmm.
they were they wasn't good at communicating. They was always good, saying fighting. And
Yeah.
that's why I always say I never seen aggression used in a healthy way. That's why I don't go there because I know what's in my DNA. I know what my dad was, and I know
Hmm.
that's in here. I have to fight that. Not to go through that, not to be like that. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And it takes God to do that. Sometimes it do take God to
Yeah,
do that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, and that's why I try to tell kids don't solve all your issues by fighting all the time because number
Hmm.
one they got a place for you too.
Hmm.
Um, boy, you know what I'm saying? You can do that every day and it'll wear you down. It ain't as easy as you think it is. Like go watch OG Percy, man. Go watch dudes like that and see how hard them dudes had to live, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
How to walk around with a bone crush, whatever that means. That's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Wake up with a bone crush under the pillow, man. That's your that's your um
And that,
but you go ahead.
no, I was just saying, like, and I get it. Sometimes, sometimes you got to meet aggression with aggression, but
Not with a woman though, man. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, no,
I
no,
know, I know
no,
you're not saying
no,
that. I'm just saying that for kids, not with a
no,
woman though. You know, because women
no.
will come at you aggressive sometimes,
But
but you can't meet that aggression with aggression.
unless
You know,
she unless she in Chicago, she probably gonna pop you. I'm just saying.
boy.
And
And
she
talking to the women, talking to the women, right? Talking to the women. Be careful who you pick, who you rolling with. Who do you know this dude personality? Who you rolling with? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, a lot of them do. You know, a lot of them
Yeah.
do.
And that's
They
what I'm
be,
saying. That's why we just talking about accountability. Like the first time, like how many times does it have to happen to you? Like, you know what, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's the tough part about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it don't get easy when you got kids by this person, married to this person. That's why you got to think about what you're doing before you get married. That's why I say before you fall in love, you got to ask yourself these questions: is this person gonna do right by me?
And I will say, man, it's been a minute, but I ran into son probably like 08 through 010.
Yeah,
Like the one the mother happened that stuff that happened with his mother.
yeah,
I was like, damn, like son, he out here like he wilding.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
He wilding. You know, but me being me, I was like, man, I'm still gonna try to see what I can do. But I knew he was on the boat, and I still was trying to help. Like, but you can't say it to everybody.
I think it comes back to what we was talking about the other night. Their spiritual foundation. If you haven't
Mhm.
been taught that, you
Mhm.
don't have the tools to overcome some of those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it ain't easy, man, but it can be done. But it takes a different kind of mindset. To me, only God can give you that kind of mindset, to overcome and be able to give you that comfort where you don't have to hold on to that no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm at the point I don't hold on to nothing from my childhood. I can remember it, I can talk about it, but I don't hold on to nothing from my childhood. And like when I turned an adult, I even told myself whatever happened from 17 on backwards or 18 on backwards that happened, everything works together for the good. I can't worry about that. I got my own plate now that I gotta work on. You know what I'm saying? That's how my personality is. I wanted to get to a point where I can live without having to ask my mom for money, you know what I'm saying? And, borrow money and stuff like that. Live on my own.
What's
Jay,
up,
what's
fellas?
going on?
What up,
Yeah,
though?
I'm getting old and sickly, so I couldn't make it on the discussed timeline.
Well, at least you ain't you talking like I thought you was messing with them bro sparks, man. So I hope you ain't messing with them
I
bro sparks, man.
What up, though,
don't
Jay?
need them yet, but I'm open to any medicine that works.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, let's rather be on like Malcolm X, man. You know how dude down on Malcolm X, man.
It's hot.
Mm.
What happened to what's his name? Oh man, he died on top of a chick, man. What are you talking about?
Hey man, hey, if you married and everything good, that's a good way to go.
Dude wasn't
Yeah.
married. He was a henchman. Dude was a henchman. He
No,
wasn't
I'm
married.
talking about myself.
Mhm.
Nah, I'm messing
Yeah.
with you, man. So before we got into this, we talking about, man, what if you could tell people what your personality is? What would you say your personality is?
Um, in some small occasions, I can be
Okay.
shy and indirect. But most of the time, my personality is the life of the party, jokes,
Mm.
talking analytical. Um, I'll question things that don't seem right. You know, what I'm saying? I'm basically free spirit. You know, I don't judge people. I don't hold a past against them. Fun loving, free spirit. That's how I would describe my personality.
So we talked about this. We asked you, what does a man's experience shape his personality? And what's some of your experiences that you can say that
Uh,
shaped your personality growing up?
yeah, they definitely do. Uh, you gotta try very hard not let the negative things influence you too much. Where you come from, what you've been through. If it's negative, gotta let it go, and that's very hard. Easier said than done. With my philosophy, everything has a punchline. It helped me deal with death and grief and not having enough food or money or not driving Rolls Royce or a BMW, whatever my mom can get, paying a car note before I had rent, for my mom.
Yeah.
It kind of forced me to mature earlier than I should, but I didn't let that stop me from being a fun-loving guy. So yeah, I grew up in a projects. My mom and my dad were still together, thank God. But he worked and she worked, full time. And me and my brothers had a lot of time to ourselves. So we saw the gangs, the fights. We were bullied in different type of ways, each one of us, and it affected us differently. But I never held on to this stuff.
We saying the same. Yeah, I said the same thing. Like when I turned 17, all the stuff that happened behind it. Yep.
Yeah, and not the good stuff. I gained amazing relationships with my brothers, with my cousins. Right. They're like my sisters now.
Yeah.
I didn't throw that away, but I threw all those negative memories. Like, I'm a grown man. I'm strong. I'm fast. Ain't nobody bullying me back then, but people had something to say. But it was nothing, because I know I had the power and the ability to fight my way out of situations. But my dad always taught me, just because you know this stuff, use your mouth. If you can talk your way out of it, joke your way out of it, and be humble, So my experience didn't really make me the end all be all. Maybe they gave me some bad habits or not to expect the best in life. I had to develop it myself. But my past didn't, especially my teenage years, didn't have a negative effect on me. No matter what all the bad things that happened to me, it wasn't my fault. I didn't cause them. That was the situation we were in, and we made the best of it. Some of my best years of my life, even though they weren't all good times.
Right, same here. I know.
It was a lot of George Foreman meals cooked on the griddle. We rocked them things till the wheels fell off.
Yeah. See, I know I grew up in like different houses. I tell people I'm from the city and the country. My family roots are in Sweet Home. Then we lived in the city. I hate even tearing down, but we lived in Shorter Garden when I was in elementary school. That was pretty cool. But they about to tear them apartments down, man. So
that was pretty cool.
What's that? No, the school was cool. I'm not talking about tearing the project down was cool, but I said that the school was cool. And that first half, I think we lived in like project. We stayed in Shorter Garden, South End. Probably some other ones in between there, but those are the main two. I don't even think Mr. Sunny House. Is Mr. Sunny House still over there anymore? I think they tore their house down too, didn't they?
No.
They used to be right by Barnes. They used to be like right around the corner. We used to stay right around the corner from Barnes.
They still there.
Is his house still there?
That house still there.
Is it? That's what's up. But yeah, we used to stay right there. Then fast forward a couple years later, I think when I was in junior high, that's when we moved to Southwest. That's when we kind of settled in Southwest. We stayed in. If you leave in Westgate, what's the apartments on the left behind that little shopping center? Is that Butler Road Apartments?
That's
on the left.
Rosewood.
Rosewood, yeah.
It back then it wasn't Rosewood, it was something else.
It's always been Rosewood to
I
us.
don't know what it is now, but
Yeah.
back then,
It was
when I
Rosewood.
lived across the street, it was Rosewood.
Yeah. It's
On the left
always
side, on the left hand
it's
side behind those shopping center?
yeah.
Behind that old
Behind Bonner's
It's
and
always
Butler
been
no, not
Road and
behind Bonners. No, the other way leaving out of
straight,
Westgate. And go down and
straight
make a left.
ahead.
oh no,
You
you
go
talking
across
about
the street and make a left, like going towards
Oh
Wakefield, like
yeah,
that.
there was a Burn Square.
that was the nice that was
No,
a
They
not the
nice
one
changed
on
the
the right
name.
side, but the one on the left side. Not the one that had the pool, but the other
yeah.
one on the left side.
Yeah. The one. That was Burn Square
Yeah, one that we stayed there
apartment.
for a little while I was in, right before we got to junior high, before we moved into like our Chico. But yeah, we stayed there for a couple of years. You know, that's probably when I was like in 6th grade, I think. 6th grade,
Right.
yeah.
Like John understand it. Like when your walls was brick, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Mason
I was
bricks, yeah.
like, goodness. Like we got just brick walls. Like that's what
But you appreciate it when that chopper go off. You appreciate that brick wall when that chopper go off.
The brick walls kept a lot of people alive.
Thank God they see right.
Hey, we just taping up everything on us. We just taping up
Yep.
everything.
But I learned a lot of my the game though. When you living in Southwest though, we was living off Chico. Boy, exposed to every. It's almost like that guy. Like I probably was thinking that like I want to make some money. He said, "I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put you so close to it that you ain't gonna want to do it." It's like, yeah, you're right. I don't want to do it because you hear the stories that people don't talk about. You know, you hear dudes be talking about at school, man. I'm gonna be like so and so. But then when you know him, you don't really hear the story this dude got to go through. Be like that. You only see the cars on Wright Avenue, but you don't see dude got to have that thing with him everywhere he go, even though he a felon. You know, saying 2-time
Yeah.
loser. You know what I'm saying?
And as a kid, they're very nice to you and they give you good advice and you so want to be them.
Yeah.
But then you see the stress they going through, you know.
Dude tell you he got like $250,000 in the house that he can't even spend. Then he nervous because he can't sleep because he got $250,000 in the house and everybody know it. That can't be a good feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Like I
250 cash in a chest in the house. Everybody know that you rolling, you know what I'm saying? You the kingpin.
Like I always tell people, like, look, I was born on the West, raised in the South, but
Yeah.
the stuff that I learned in the West, it was just so crazy. Like when I watch shows like Snowfall, and you just see it, like, damn,
Yeah.
that was really like how a person was that type of environment. Like it was just, it seemed normal. It seemed normal. And
And what I can say is, by what you're saying, Peele, what I can say is not having that father figure, I can just speak from direct experience. That's what kind of shaped my person because I didn't have a governor, kind of like a car to go fast, like a truck. You'll get hit so far and that governor push you back. I didn't have that. So I could go as far as I wanted to go and come back.
Yeah.
Not a good thing to do. Not a good thing to do, but I definitely did it. That's
I
probably what made me outside the box too, you know what I'm saying?
like
I had to think for myself.
that's one thing I won't do is like disrespect my pops, you know what I'm saying? Because even though he wasn't around like I expected, like the traditional fathers supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like mine, he never lied to me at all.
No, I'm saying mine wasn't living though. I'm saying he just wasn't even living. Like
But mine never lied to me. And like once he broke it down, it's like, damn, he broke it down to a T.
Yeah.
Like I won't never disrespect him because why?
Because he's just a man like you, you know, and especially when you become a man, you really see how hard it
So
was.
let me ask you this. Are you disrespecting if you tell the truth about your pops? Is that disrespectful?
Yeah, to some people it is, but me, I don't
I'm
care
just
about
asking a question. Yeah, I'm just asking a
like
question.
that. But to me, I don't care about like. But everybody else, they gonna say like, "Damn, boy, he had a close relationship to you than anybody else."
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, and I'm telling them, like, no, we wasn't that close, but we was close. And I was like, damn, he didn't even understand how to be a.
Yeah.
He didn't understand how to be a father, but he tried to show it the best way he can or
Yeah. Much
could.
respect. RP to him,
Yeah. But yeah, I'm
Um,
just saying, like, just
like
say
you
I have
said,
what?
uh, you mentioned Snowfall, like seeing that firsthand,
Mhm.
seeing a person have all their money and all their prestige,
Yeah.
uh, and was finna turn his life around,
Mhm.
and then he got gunned down. Like all
Mhm.
their potential turned to a person underground, a funeral service
We
with the
know a lot
feds
of
watching.
dudes. We know a lot of dudes like that too, bro. A lot
Nah,
Yeah,
of
and like man, it was so smart, and they had the city on lock at one point, and then that was just gone.
and look,
And you can't do nothing with it. There's some no life insurance for his daughters or any
you might not
of
even
his
get
other
closure.
kids.
You might not even get closure for your family who murdered you. You might not even get that either. We know a lot of dudes that got killed
but
like that. They didn't even find out who killed them. You know what I'm
but
saying? It's
The
just
this
in
the
the
streets
streets.
knew, but you
They
can't
the
do
rumor.
nothing.
this
Yeah,
what
you know what I'm saying?
this like I'm saying that this wasn't even the kicker part about it. Like my daddy couldn't come to Highland Court. He couldn't come to Highland Court, and he from the West Side. But that
Oh,
that
we
pro,
believe you. I'm not
project
down
that
there
that
at
project
all.
was totally
Highland Court
different.
in the 80s was no joke.
Oh boy,
No
So
joke. No joke.
it was our house, Holly Court, and then my grandma's house. We
Boy,
went the long way around every time.
boy.
yeah, but and then like I want people to understand like certain things like that. It's gonna mold you, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it ain't gotta always be bad. But it's always gonna show you like, hey, sometimes you gotta
I
move
think
left.
sometimes though, when you don't have that male guidance to kind of keep you from going off the rails, sometimes freedom can shape your personality in a crazy way because you got too much freedom in your
Yeah,
teen years.
that's why I love my dad. He was there every day, even though
Yeah.
he's a normal man. He worked a normal job. He drank
Mhm.
sometimes, but he was always there.
Mm-hmm.
When I go to sleep or when I wake up, miss the bus, and he will
Mhm.
always share knowledge with us. And
Yeah.
even our friends get to know our dad,
Yeah.
and he would talk to him,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
share that, So I was glad to have him. Um, as
Yeah.
a father, sometimes looking at him like
I-
people say, well, he wasn't perfect. He just was a working man that was there. But it's so hard. My dad was always calm,
Yeah.
always.
Yeah. He was.
You know, um, he raised his voice at us sometimes with like a word, like, but it wasn't never. He never disciplined us or gave us a whooping out of anger ever. And my dad
Oh.
that I can remember never snapped at us with a cuss word or this and that. He always, even though we were little, he
Mm-hmm.
talked to us with respect. And I still talk to my elders like that today. But me being a father, and I just have one child, and he had two sons and a stepson, so he had three sons
Mhm.
that had different personalities and got
Boy.
into different trouble, but he
Boy.
never was just angry. Sometimes he was disappointed, but he was always
Mhm.
came from a place of teaching. And I'm an adult and I'm a parent of one now, and I can't always say that.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I, being a parent, I hate my dad isn't here because I would have so many different questions for
Boy.
him
For real.
In my heart, I know the answer to him, but I don't know how he did it. How
Right.
he stayed so chill.
Yeah.
I think too, the thing about when you lose your dad early, you don't even get to see what he would have became through
Yeah.
time. That's another thing too. So you really don't even have a mold. Like that's another thing, even though this may not people may think that's crazy, but I looked at it, I get to make my own mold, you know what I'm saying? Now
Yeah.
I still went off the rails though, but so what do you guys think like when you think about teenage, like till you get like maybe 20, 30 dudes talking to women, most dudes that grew up around us? What do you think? Do you think most dudes are taught to talk to women or you learn through trial and error?
Yeah, you always try to give you a little bit of game. If
Yeah.
they're a player, they will try to give that to you, so that rubs off on you a little bit.
Yeah.
Treating women like this and that because you're result driven. You
Right.
know, uh,
Yeah.
so that's a bad part of it. But it's mostly trial and error for anybody. You try to use somebody else's playbook,
Yeah, it won't work.
you run
Yeah.
their best play, and get you a couple yards, but it just don't work for
It
you.
won't work the
So you
same.
figure out how to run your own offense,
You gotta know your
and you really
personality.
go into a real good flow.
You gotta know
What
who you are.
for
Right.
what works with you and your comfort level, and it don't make you feel like you're pretending the whole time. Trying to use my uncle game. I feel like pretending, and my dad's style was more so my style. Kind of laid back, but I'll say anything, so I added that to it. So that's where I get my from. Try my uncle's way, uh, but I realized it was my
Boy.
way and my dad's way, and the personality just being chill and being nice, and finding and patience and finding the right time to strike. That's what was kind of worked for me in
100%.
my younger days. And
Yeah.
I was very, very scared to talk to girls and women, and I hated that about myself. So I worked on it, talking to
I think most
women just
dudes start out
as
like that.
friends.
I
And
think
that would
most
help me
dudes
out in
start
the
out
future,
like that though.
having female friends. And I had to get that fear out of myself,
Yeah.
because boys wasn't an option for me.
Yeah.
Big facts. Like when I was younger, it's kind of like the what you see with childhood actors. Oh, he's a little cute kid. He's a little
Yeah,
cute
that's
kid.
it.
Cute kid with curly hair, dark skin. And then
Nino
try to
Brown
talk.
came out, you just hit the exploded.
Who?
Now I'm messing with you. Said Nino
No,
Brown came out, you just exploded.
no. It was
I'll bet you know he made dark skinned dudes go in style. What I always say, he made dark skinned dudes go in
no,
style. When he came out in New Jack City, he made
nah.
what he
That was the worst thing that happened. Nah, but like when I was younger, it was like the little cute kid with curly hair, dark skin, and then when you get that puberty era, because I hit puberty a little early, so now you're a little ugly. Then when a girl turn you down, you're like, damn, oh, I'm not as handsome, or I'm not what I think I am, and then you had a little stretch, like damn, I can't get nothing.
right.
I can't get nothing. But it showed you, like you will learn, you remember like stuff that you learned when you was a little bit younger. Like I only had
Yeah.
one uncle here in Little Rock, only one.
Mm-hmm.
It was number women, so I had to, hey man, let me draw back and learn. I had to learn women fully. So that was like I can't judge you. I can't do none of this shit. I just had to learn,
Yeah.
and I
And
you.
you just reminded me when I was younger how I thought of myself. I knew I was charming. I can talk with the best of them, tell jokes, wasn't embarrassed about nothing. But I thought I was a little bit ugly, because that's what wasn't popular. My look wasn't popular back then. But now I'm so confident or conceited. One, I look at man, if I knew the kind of juice I had back then, and I knew how to present myself, I would have been killed. So it takes a little bit for your mind to catch up with your body. Like being comfortable with yourself.
Like,
because I didn't have that at first.
Yeah, 'cause I didn't have girls. Yeah, I didn't have girls early either. I didn't even really hit stride to after high school, but really like junior high, just little stuff here and there, but nothing crazy. Like once you get past learning how to break the ice and stuff, everything else kind of flow. But I had to learn that probably because I wasn't popular in junior high. Really was okay in high school, but I was so outside the box, man. A lot of girls is like, man, he ain't going with the program. I'm not that kind of dude, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but when I started talking to grown women, though, when I got out of high school, boy, went through the roof.
That's what I'm saying. Like
when you younger, you kind of hope they would ask the right question or see the real you. But you can't. They can't see the real you if you're not presenting it. So I learned it too. Nobody's gonna make it happen. I gotta show my best face or foot.
Yeah.
Cause hey man, my mom used to down there fight people, and she's a fighter.
Yeah.
She used to fight people because I looked older than what I really was, and how I talked to people was way older than what I was. And she smacked me across the back of my head a few times when we started actually, staying together.
Yeah.
Because I didn't actually stay with my mama from like, I stayed with her like from 2 to 4, and then 7, and stopped, and then it was like, okay, now he's an older man now, younger man. So I had to. She checked me because my mom was not much that old. She's not that much older than me. Like we be thinking we be grown. Like, boy, you ain't got no chance. You don't understand nothing what's going on in this real world. I thought I did, but I know I didn't.
Boy.
Yeah, and that was a thing too. That's why I think men, especially young men, are getting confused. Sometimes women know your value before you do.
Mm-hmm.
And these young men are going out here, they don't know themselves, and they're being gifted a great woman at a young age, and they just squander it. Because they don't even know themselves, let alone know how to get to know a woman.
I thought it was cool for me being like 12, 13 years old, and a woman 30 something years old trying to talk to me. I thought it was cool because that's what I was around. I thought it was cool. Not knowing now that I'm older, I'm like,
she was a super predator.
Super.
That's funny.
And you don't hear about that much from black women, but it's real. Those looks and those touches and those comments. I saw people.